Hey, what's up, guys? This is Jesse with J.FINESSE Flights, and I making this video because I recently bought a camera from Puro Flip RC the other day, and it just arrived at my house yesterday. And I usually fly CCD cameras, and this is a CMOS. It is the RunCam RACER, the first version. There's the information on it there. But the reason I want to make this video is the wiring harness that comes with this. Okay, you get this little bag, and you have a harness here, a harness right here, this blue with black on it, and I believe it's for the control board here. I don't know if this camera can do the camera control through your radio or not. I'm gonna find out. But the main reason is I have this little 3-inch here. Okay, currently in its current form, it is a 4-inch tooth fairy, I believe. Yeah, a 4-inch tooth fairy frame. But before this, it was the FURIBEE X140, I think. FURIBEE X140. Does that sound right? A little 3-inch deal that I bought from, I believe, Banggood. It was fairly cheap, pretty reasonable, but all the flight board and everything is all original in it. Only thing I've changed out is the motors. That's it. That's the only thing I've changed. Oh, in the frame. But the flight stack, the ESC, and the VTX is all FURIBEE X140. But what I want to get at here, here's the camera that comes with the FURIBEE. It's a little RunCam knockoff camera, and it does pretty good. It's got a lot of fisheye though. It's a 2.3 millimeter lens, if that would even focus. I'm not sure. Yeah, there you go. Get my thumb out of the way. Yeah, 2.3 millimeter lens, and it looks identical to the RunCam cameras. It is a pretty durable camera, as you can see. I just dropped it, but I've been looking to try, because of all the scraggle that we are dealing with because of winter. I'm having a hard time seeing, and I hear everybody talking about how CMOS cameras handle the contrast of the scraggle way better than CCD cameras. So, and you'll have to excuse me, I'm filming with my phone, I'm just on the fly. But this is the RACER right here, and it has a 2.1 mil lens on it. .1 millimeter lens on it. Virtually the same size. All in all, it looks to be a pretty good fit. You know, I'm sure it's gonna fit right in there. Yeah, it looks identical to it, so that's a plus. But the main reason that I wanted to talk to you guys was this wiring harness right here that they give you with it. Okay, and now this is the plug that goes into the back of the camera. You know, you can't, it only goes in one way basically. You know, and it's got these two little nipples right there on the top. As you can see, they'll line right up with that guy, and you just slip it right in. Okay, then you come on back to this, and you'll see that it's black with white. Well, if you look, it matches up with this blue and white on this, or the black and blue on this wiring harness, which, like I said, goes to your camera control board. But if you keep on coming on back, like I said, that's camera control board hookup. Keep coming on back, it's got this female fitting. I'm like, what the heck? why is this female fitting on here? This is the first time I've encountered this with any camera that I've ever dealt with, and I've been doing this for a little while. Like I said, I don't buy CMOS cameras, so I'm a little flabbergasted with this one. But you can see the blue wire. That you would run that blue wire if you don't have an OSD in your VT or on your flight board or on your current configuration. If you don't have an on-screen display that displays your battery voltage, you know, your craft name, RSSI. Well, this won't. You know, this camera does come with that. It does have OSD, and what it does display is, like I just said, not your RSSI. That has to do with your receiver and all that. But this camera does do your battery voltage, the time that you plug in, I believe. You know, it gives you it counts down, that tells you how long you've been flying, or how long the battery was plugged in, and your battery voltage and your flight, or your craft name, you know, whatever name you want to punch into it. So in order to get the battery voltage, you have to solder that blue wire to a VCC pad, or you know, something that gives off direct battery voltage. You can solder it to where your XT30 or XT60 ties into your ESC board. You can solder it on the positive side there, whatever. Me, I don't use them because all my rigs have OSD, so but I just wanted to let you know that. But I got to looking, and I unplugged, you know, I disconnected my camera, the mounts here, and I pulled this out of the back of the camera, and that's when it hit me. I was like, holy crap, dude. And oh yeah, by the way, this VTX, this thing pulls out. This whole thing just plugs right in. That goes into the VTX itself. Sorry for the focusing issue here, guys. And then you can see there's no real nipples on that one. That's the back side of it. Getting this to focus is going to be a booger. Yeah, that side plugs in to your flight control board or your VTX right there. Okay, a lot of these boards are plug and play. A lot of stuff just plugs into it. The other one that goes into the camera, I'll show you right now, it has said nipple on it. They look a lot alike. This end's a little bigger than the other one that plugs in, so you can't really get them backwards unless you really are forcing things. But that leads me to this, back to this, the wiring harness to the RunCam camera, the RACER camera. As you can see, it has a hole in it right there, and it matches perfectly with this cable that was already attached to my FURIBEE X140 quad. You can see, maybe right there, plugs right into it. Everything lines up. Positive is on the bottom, negative's in the middle, signal, camera signal is yellow on the top. Matches all right up. Okay, then this will plug into here. Let's see if I can do this. Like I say, I'm sorry, I'm filming with my phone, so I apologize. I'm gonna be out of frame for just a second. I'm gonna plug it in. Yes, it's a lot of wire. You can you know, you can fix that later if you want to keep it out of your propellers. So okay, so I plug it in, right? There it is, and this is the end for the camera. So let's plug in the camera. And always check, because guys, you know, we're only human. People are only human. So always check your where your positive goes into your cameras, okay? Because people make mistakes, and I'm sure these are all hand done in a factory or whatever. So red is 536 volts, black is ground, yellow is video. Like I said, VBAT plus, that will go to a unregulated pad on your flight controller or your ESC board to pull your battery voltage and give you on-screen display in the camera. Okay, and then the other two, which is black is a ground, and then the white one is a menu. Now that is for your camera control board. Like I said, it's got a breakout cable on here. It breaks it out. You plug that in, plug in your board here into that, and you can configure your camera. You can take, most of you guys know this already, I'm sure, but you know, you can take it all the way off of the screen, or you can just run that as your information. But that's my point with this. No, I'm out here, I'm out here, right? I was gonna unplug one of my other, because it's a RunCam, and that's all I run, is RunCam cameras. You know, every one of my rigs have RunCams on them. So I was just gonna unplug one of my cameras and plug that one in. I want to give it a try. And I was like, well, the camera on this micro really does stink. And it looks, inside the quad, it's a big harness, you know. And I didn't pay any attention. And this one here is exactly the same size. And I thought it would plug right in, but I got to looking, and oh man, it's got a separation in it for the OSD display in this camera. So that wasn't going to work. But they thought of that. They give you this harness from here up that will plug into that already and break it out into the bigger one. It's perfect, guys. That's my point. It's perfect. Now I'm just going to twist all this up together, and I do have some electrical tape on me, and I'll put a little strip of electrical tape around it, and I've got plenty of room in here. You know, there's all kinds of room in there, and I'll just shove it all in there, and I will give it a fly. But I had to video this. I didn't plan on making any videos today. I just come to fly. You know, that's all I wanted to do. But when I seen this, I was like, man, anybody that doesn't know about this, you know, hopefully this will help. Oh, and by the way, this camera is $19 right now on PyroFlip RC. Okay, PyroFlipRC.com. That's the name. That's the website you want to look up, and go through the menu, look up FPV. I can't remember exactly what it is, but just look through your FPV stuff, and you'll find cameras. Click on that and go through and find your racer if they're still in stock. Now, this checkered one was the only one they had left in stock when I bought mine last week. So, but I wanted to let you guys know. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry the video was so long and kind of a dumpster fire of a wreck. But like I said, I didn't plan on filming it. But all right, guys.